comments, and I'll show you at the end.
I wasn't really doing nothing but taking people money, that's all. Just running up and down the street. When I see little kids come out the food market, take their money.
Right, let's have a quick game. Let's play Guess Who. Right, drum roll please. Drum roll please. Guess Who? Yeah!
I was just about 11 or 12.
Now, I shouldn't have to remind you about little Jackson 5, the genius here. I does spell his genius with a J.
When we last spoke together, you were very clear about what you thought about the juvenile justice system, that you didn't take it very seriously, and now they've caught you and you're back in Jamesburg. Have your feelings changed at all?
So he's now been asked, does he take being locked up seriously now? And genius here says...
No. They just caught me because I was breaking in the house, that's all.
Oh, it's gold, eh? Like, the lesson that he was meant to learn is that he should stop doing crime, otherwise his whole life is going to be wasted in prison. Going to be a revolving door of prison and borstals. And this genius is so smart that he didn't learn that lesson. No, he learned that the only reason he's there, locked up, is because he got caught. So his lesson that he learned is next time, try not to get caught. As Judge Judy would say, beauty fades, but dumb, well, dumb is forever.
Tell me a little bit about how many institutions you've been in and what kind of arrest record you have.
What kind of arrest record? What you mean? Or like what I getting arrested for? Not going to school, taking people money, breaking in houses.
There was an assault charge also, Timmy.
Where'd that come from?
You know, right at this moment when he said that, being a Generation X, this is exactly what I thought of.
What you talking about, Willis?
Who would have thought that little Arnold here wouldn't have grown up and started throwing tantrums when he was older, going around biting people's ankles and shit? Who would have thought? Especially growing up in that house, eh? With that old rich pervert.
There was an assault charge also, Timmy.
Where'd that come from? Oh, you talking about when I saw that milkman? Oh yeah, one assault.
And there goes that Jackson 5 look again. What a smooth criminal.
How many times have you been arrested?
I don't know, I can't count.
That would be the only truthful thing that he has said.
About 30 or 40 times.
The first time you were sent here, Stanley was here, your brother. And when he heard that you were coming, he began to weep in front of everybody.
Weep? What you mean weep?
Now we know that not only does genius here not know the difference between a victim and the perpetrator, and that hurted isn't a word, we now know that that genius here doesn't even know what empathy is.
He was crying.
So, what you tell me?
Let's go look at the next environment, see if it's any better for kids making it out.
We just hang out here for snaps, dance and everything. Can't go in there at night. The junkies will get you. To have candles for light. So this man came in, he chased us with a knife all around the building, man. You see it like mice. You see us coming out of holes. Wherever you walk, you better watch your back. They can shoot at you, they can do anything. You gotta protect yourself when you're around here. You let them shit on you, they'll do it all the time. That's why you gotta get back at them, show them you're not a punk.
What is a punk?
A person that likes to get beat up by. Like a bully, make believe a bully comes and beats you up. You don't hit him back, you're a punk.
And here is our young Mr. Vanilla Ice. Yep, because he's definitely no Eminem. But Vanilla here, yeah, he grew up in, as you'll see, an environment, and there was an influence there of one of the parents, but it wasn't his mum because his mum is absent. This one's got to do with the father in the house.
What do you do if a bully, say you're walking down the street by yourself and a bully comes up and takes you?
I hit him with a baseball bat, if I got one. If I got a stick, I'll hit him with a stick. I got a bottle, I hit him in the head with a bottle. I got coffee, I spill coffee in his face and then I kill him.
It's gold. You can see how young he is and how immature he actually is, and thinking that if he speaks that story that he'll embellish will make him sound cool.
Throw him under a car. I put this guy's hand under a car. Put his hand like that. Car ran over his hand. Well, I was in 18th Street with my friend Cash.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I just felt like doing it because the guy got wise with me and I just wanted to show him he's a chump. Nothing happened to his hand, he just crushed it a little bit.
And now our genius is trying to take back the story because he realizes, oh, maybe I've gone a bit too far.
What happened the time the guy with the ice pick? What did you do then? What did he do to you?
Nah, he said I hit his mother and I didn't hit his mother. And he come pulling out this blade, so I stabbed him with an ice pick.
Is an ice pick a fairly good weapon?
Yeah. Internal bleeding.
There's that Jackson 5 look again. Not having any understanding of empathy. Man, and he gets that from his old man, who we're about to meet next.
Is your father ever violent at home?
Sometimes he'd be beating me up, right? I laugh at him. And I hit him back, and then after I hit him back, I said, let me stop, because he'll keep on. So I started laughing at him. I said, ha, you feel better now? Now you got it off your chest. Sometimes I just stay there. I hold myself tight, so when he hits me, it don't hurt me. If I stop breathing while he's hitting me, it's gonna hurt me.
And the difference between this story and the story about car in the guy's head is that we get confirmation that what he just said now is most likely the truth.
When your father was beating on you, and then you would go out on the street and take somebody else off, is there a connection between the two?
I don't know if there is, but it feels to me when my father hits me, I just feel like going and hit somebody or take them off, because it takes the pain away from you. Like you get like paranoid when you get hit, whatever, and you feel kind of messed up inside, so you're gonna take it out on somebody else. When you take it out on somebody else, it makes your pain go away, makes you feel better.
That's crazy, eh? That's crazy what this young kid just said comes from the mouth of a babe. Like, he's only a kid, and he just described what it feels like when you turn into a fucking psychopath. And the reason why he turns into the psychopath is the same reason his environment is broken. And that would be because of this guy.
I whacked him, sure I whacked him. If he does something wrong, I'll whack him. I'll take his pants down, I'll go right to the school and take his pants down in front of the class.
You told me that one of the reasons you didn't punish your kids more is that you feared that the courts would intervene.
Which is true, because I had it already with my daughter. I smacked my daughter and this and that, and she went brutality.
Kenny has told us that sometimes when you hit him, it makes him so upset and angry that he goes out on the street and hits other people and mugs them.
No, I don't hit Kenny that much, but when I hit him, He feels it. Maybe that's why. But when I hit him, he understands he's got hit.
When you see ignorance in all of its bliss, you just want to whack it upside of the head and say to it, I can do that to you, and you learn, and it's because you're the an adult dipshit, and your belief in taking your anger out on a kid, demanding the kid change, when the fucking problem is not the kid who needs to. Genius, when ignorance is bliss.
If I have to sit in the jail for a day or two for doing it, I'll do it. And I'll still do it as long as I'm living.
So he gets asked, what about your future? How do you see yourself in the future? What dreams do you have?
My dreams scare me. So I might go to jail, be in the hospital or something. Can't plan ahead.
And this kid's environment that he grows up in with his old man, that's sad. That's sad as well. That is just as sad as the first one, but just in a different way. So now we're going to look at the next environment and see whether these kids can make it out okay.
Attention. Salute.
Look at that. That's respect. And respect is a huge attribute, one that if held can help determine the outcome of a kid. As in the kids in the first whānau had respect for their mum, and in the second, if the father had respect for his son, that it would be in those environments that make that change and give a chance to those kids. But this third environment is the opposite of the first two, as in this environment the respect is given and received, but this third environment shows that the chance of the kids growing up to be the good guy is about the same odds as the other two.
Pledge.
You're listening to the Pledge of the Klan Youth Corps, a special division of the Klan for young people aged 10 to 17. These kids don't wear the white robes of the adult Klansmen, but their beliefs are the same.
I pledge to practice racial separation in all my social contacts and to keep my forced contacts with other races on a strictly business basis. I pledge that I will never accept the false teachings that all races are equal or the same. I pledge that I will immediately go to the aid of any white person being attacked physically or verbally by a person of another race. I pledge to fight for complete separation of all the races in America and recruit others to...
Welcome to environment number 3, the Klan.
Randy, there's a lot of young people out there who probably don't know too much about the Klan. I wonder if you could tell us, what does it mean to you?
It stands for white supremacy, to fight communists, fight the niggers and the Jews, Vietnamese and everybody, all the Jesus coming to America, and it means, white supremacy.
I would say it's definitely nurture. I would say it's definitely the environment that this kid is growing up in. The Klan, God, I love them, mate. They're gold.
In the summer, Youth Corps members attend summer camps, like this one in Warrior, Alabama. The Klan won't reveal exactly how many kids are in the Corps, but we do know that there are branches of the Youth Corps in at least 6 states. These kids won't be official members of the Invisible Empire until they're 18, but even now, they call themselves the future generation of the Klan.
There is nothing invisible about that waistline, and believe me, it is the nature part of things when you see the genetics on these clans.
Many of the things that you read in your books in school, many of the things that your teachers tell you in school are not the truth. They're just lies.
Sunday school. Oh, I used to love Sunday school.
Along with the camp's sporting activities, the Youth Corps is given lessons in Klan philosophy. Here, Wilkinson tells them the Klan's version of how the blacks acted after the Civil War.
The Negroes, of course, they would go to a farmhouse, they would kill the men and the kids, they would rape the women, they would live in the farmhouse until all the food was gone, and then they would burn it and leave and go on to another one. And this thing was happening regularly in the South. This is why the Klan arose.
Environment number 3. Let's go meet the parents.
Do you find that most kids who are in the Youth Corps go on to become members of the Klan?
Across the board.
100%?
100%, yes.
Why is that the result?
I would have to say that they believe strongly in what we teach them.
That is fucking dumb, eh? Like, that is the ignorance of dumbness. That this clown just openly admitted that he uses the trust that the kids have in him with that respect to be able to manipulate them into thinking what he wants them to think. What a fucking genius.
How do you feel about blacks and other minority people yourself?
Myself? Well, I really enjoy that I don't like blacks.
They're not as intelligent.
You know that for a fact?
I know that for a fact.
How do you know that, Randy?
Well, at school, walking down aisles, going up, putting arms around white girls. And that's a mixture of races, and that's not intelligent.
I think we should just send them back to Africa, and the Iranians back, and the Cubans back.
Well, at least this young man's got a plan.
Do you hate them?
Yeah.
Most of the original Youth Corps members are the sons and daughters of Klansmen. But in order to attract new kids to the Klan, the Youth Corps goes to places like this shopping center near Birmingham to hand out literature and seek new recruits.
I was wondering, would you like to join?
The best thing about respect, when that respect has mana, such as the respect a kid can have for their real parents, for real adults, is that real respect. It just pisses all over the respect that has none.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, here. Have a paper and take it home. Maybe you can
I'll think about it.
Information.
All right,
Thank you for your time.
Most of the teenagers who were approached by the Klan were against it. You just got handed a brochure about the Klan Youth Corps. What do you think about that?
I feel that they have the right to express their opinion, but I don't really believe in what they're saying, because I believe that the blacks have just as much right as the whites do. I just feel that they can't get over that we lost the war, you know. They're still living back in the 1800s.
What do you think of the literature?
We threw it in the garbage can.
Why?
I don't care for it.
What is it that makes you dislike it?
They're bigots.
Supposing your friends of yours took them up on their offer, signed up to go with the Klan, what would you think of that?
Well, they wouldn't be a friend anymore. I just don't think it's wrong.
It's crazy when you see kids that grow up in the same place, within the same environment, just without shitty adults. So that's a look-see at the three types of environments. Each one is shitty as the next for a kid to grow up in. So, for the nature versus nurture debate, and looking at these three different environments and raising the kids within them, I think we see that it seems that it really doesn't matter what environment you raise a kid in determining how that kid ends up. What seems to be the defining factor is whether or not there are adults in that environment, and whether any of those adults are a hooker on a fridge, a drunk at the door, or a dude in a sheet. Ever think about supporting the channel? And by way of supporting the channel, support the project, Safe Bars Aotearoa. Get access to over 30 episodes of Dumb Criminal. Get introduced to DCs from all over this universe. For there are geniuses, for there are some real geniuses out there that you must see, and a bunch more perks. Sign up either platform, YouTube, Patreon, or our website. Get behind the project and come have some fun with Maisie. Right, stay safe, Warriors, and I'll see you guys next episode.